Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Courage isn't having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have strength. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Show me a family of readers, and I will show you the people who move the world. History is a set of lies agreed upon. Imagination governs the world. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. Nothing is more difficult, and therefore more precious, than to be able to decide. History is written by the winners. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action comes, stop thinking and go in. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. A leader is a dealer in hope. If I had to choose a religion, the sun as the universal giver of life would be my God. The only victories which leave no regret are those which are gained over ignorance. You don't reason with intellectuals. You shoot them. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. Men are moved by two levers only, fear and self-interest. There are but two powers in the world, the sword and the mind. In the long run the sword is always beaten by the mind, the world suffers a lot. Not because the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. The reason most people fail instead of succeed is they trade what they want most for what they want at the moment. 10 people who speak make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. Men are more easily governed through their vices than through their virtues. Circumstances. What are circumstances? I make circumstances. Throw off your worries when you throw off your clothes at night. Music is what tells us that the human race is greater than we realize. Never tell your enemy he is doing the wrong thing. Victory belongs to the most persevering. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. The surest way to remain poor is to be honest. Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Great men are meteors designed to burn so that earth may be lighted. To understand the man you have to know what was happening in the world when he was 20. The best cure for the body is a quiet mind. The greatest danger occurs at the moment of victory. Courage is like love, it must have hope for nourishment. If we could read the past histories of all our enemies we would disregard all hostility for them. In our time no one has the conception of what is great. It is up to me to show them. Great ambition is the passion of a great character. Those endowed with it may perform very good or bad acts. All depends on the principles which direct them. It requires more courage to suffer than to die. If you wish to be a success in the world, promise everything, deliver nothing. A revolution is an idea, taken up by bayonets. Give me enough medals and I'll win you any war. Courage cannot be counterfeited. It is one virtue that escapes hypocrisy. War is the business of barbarians. Nothing is lost as long as courage remains. To write history one must be more than a man, since the author who holds the pen of this great justiciary must be free from all preoccupation of interest or vanity. When you have an enemy in your power, deprive him of the means of ever injuring you. There are so many laws that no one is safe from hanging. Ordinarily men exercise their memory much more than their judgment. I make my battle plans from the spirit of my sleeping soldiers. Women are nothing but machines for producing children. We are made weak both by idleness and distrust of ourselves. Unfortunate, indeed, is he who suffers from both. If he is a mere individual he becomes nothing, if he is a king he is lost. The laws of circumstance are abolished by new circumstances. Never depend on the multitude, full of instability and whims, always take precautions against it. He who cannot look over a battlefield with a dry eye, causes the death of many men uselessly. It is only by prudence, wisdom, and dexterity, that great ends are attained and obstacles overcome. Without these qualities nothing succeeds. Lead the ideas of your time and they will accompany and support you, fall behind them and they drag you along with them, oppose them and they will overwhelm you. Orders and decorations are necessary in order to dazzle the people. One is more certain to influence men, to produce more effect on them, by absurdities than by sensible ideas. In politics nothing is immutable. Events carry within them an invincible power. The unwise destroy themselves in resistance. The skillful accept events, take strong hold of them and direct them. The fool has one great advantage over a man of sense: he is always satisfied with himself. There are in the world two powers: the sword and the spirit. The spirit has always vanquished the sword. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. Morality has nothing to do with such a man as I am. You can ask me for anything you like, except time. A form of government that is not the result of a long sequence of shared experiences, efforts, and endeavors can never take root. A great reserve and severity of manners are necessary for the command of those who are older than ourselves. True character stands the test of emergencies. Do not be mistaken, it is weakness from which the awakening is rude. The nature of strategy consists of always having, even with a weaker army, more forces at the point of attack or at the point where one is being attacked than the enemy.